going on, everybody? NXZ Fluffy, and today I have a Spinmetal farming route for the exotic sword. This is the quest, a sword reforged. You have to gather 10 rare materials while looting the material of the weapon that you have, which I have arc, so mine is the Spinmetal. Arc ability kills, we'll get to that later, but this is just for the materials. This is probably probably gonna take the longest part out of the whole quest, is because you just have to keep farming these materials, and every 15 or 20 it'll proc and you will get the core that you need. So right now I'm gonna show you the route to the farming location. Right off the start, go right, don't go off the edge. So we're gonna go over here. Go up here, try not to hit anything like me, just try to do it real smooth. Here. I'll be doing this for the solar and void swords whenever I get them on my other characters. But for now I just have the arc. Keep going through here. Here. Standard Sparrow makes it a lot faster. And then right here, just use your boost across this whole area. One thing good about this area is you don't have to keep going to orbit or leaving the zone and letting it reset. If you do a rotation, they normally will spawn by the time you get there again once you do the full rotation. So this is the rocket yard. This is where I farm the Spinmetal. I'm only doing this for the quest. I mean, if we didn't have legendary marks where I could buy materials, I would farm here. This is probably the best out of that I've found. So right here, I start here, and all I do is just do a route all the way around. Just stick to the outside. Every now and then you go through the middle. Just go into these rooms, look for a chest. They could be anywhere. They could be here, could be back there, could be up here, over there, anywhere in these rooms. There's nothing in that one, so I'm gonna move on. Right here, jump over this building, and come around here. See any? Probably wondering, why am I overlooking so much? Because they're kind of hard to see. Well, I have something that makes it so they pop up very easily on my screen. And once I have them pop up, I will explain. Chest here. To get the ability kills, this isn't what I'm going to use probably for all of it, but just while you're here, there's people that spawn in these areas. There's 2 or 3 areas that there's like 4 or 5 mobs that spawn. I'm a Stormcaller Warlock, so that I can get ability kills. Okay, so here's a chest. There's random chests around the map that give you Spinmetal and give you a chance at the rare material. Hasn't been any that came up yet, of course, because Bungie doesn't like me. This is just my route. I'm checking all these rooms. If there's a chest, you get Spinmetal, you could have a chance of getting the material. See, I hear the sound. If you hear that little loud ringing sound, then you know there's a chest in there. You just have to find it. It's somewhere in that room. Still going. There's a chest up there. Grab that. 3 motes of light and 1 Spinmetal. After this too, you're gonna have tons of Spinmetal. I think right now I have like 170. I bet I'll hit 200 by the time I get my other 2 materials that I need. Surprisingly, I've done almost a full rotation, haven't seen 1 Spinmetal, which is really surprising. Your grenades and your melee 2 work, so I just toss a grenade every time I see a smaller guy. I'll melee him. I normally won't try to engage with enemies. Okay, so there's one. You see that dot? That shows there's Spinmetal on the map, and the only way you'll go to that dot and there won't be Spinmetal, see there's another one, you'll go there and there won't be one, is if someone else is in your server or on your zone farming them too. Okay, so it shows the Spinmetal. And this is how I see them. I went to the Crucible vendor and bought this competitive shell. It detects and marks nearby Spinmetal formations, which adds the dot on my screen to go and loot it. So I don't have to keep looking, you know, I have to walk around and go like, okay, no, it's not there, okay. Keep looking, I thought I saw a chest there. So you don't have to keep looking around, it just makes it really easy for you. And then, normally I do like 3 or 4 rotations before I go to the middle, but I'll just go to the middle to make it a little bit easier, or to show like where I go exactly. Last room before I go to the middle. Alright, so there's people right here. I'm gonna pop Stormcaller to get some ability kills. It's not gonna make that big of a difference, but it's gonna help. Any kill that you get is of course gonna, you know, help your total percentage done. So there's one right here. This is a pretty popular spot. I normally have one once or twice every rotate see, okay, so there's the rare material. Zeptosite core. You have to get 10 of them to complete the materials part, which, see, I lied. I have a lot more than I thought. I have 226 Spinmetal. So I need 1 more for the materials gathered, which is, I think, takes the longest. But the arc ability kills, I need to figure out a way to do that efficiently and quickly. Probably keep redoing a certain mission or something like that, or trying to do strikes with a tether or a shadow shot hunter that tethers them and drops orbs like crazy, so I can just keep using my super. There's you know, a million different ways to do it. I might make a video on it, I don't know, depending on how complicated it is. Yeah, pretty much you just follow this area. There's a dot, I don't know where it is. Oh, it's over there. And you just keep farming the nodes, collect spin metal leaves, and then pretty soon you'll have all 10 of your rare materials, and then you get to move on to do the ability, the arc ability, and then you will be able to move on in the quest line to holding your bolt caster or whatever sword you do first. But when you get it, it's 310 of course, which is nice. So yeah, that's about it. This is my Spinmetal farming route for the cores, the rare materials. I can't pronounce the first word very well, so I'm just going to call them the purple cores for the sword quest. So yeah, as always, it's NXT Fluffy, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!